Hello there! Welcome to another Relics of Hyrule video guide video. This video guide video is about the Water Temple. Water Temple is in Rorikstead's Secret Grotto. And if that's all you need to know, then great! But if you want to know more, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the Water Temple. So, Rorikstead's Secret Grotto, of course, is west of Whiterun, southwest of Morthal. There's the Turman Forge, it's west of that. You know, it's near Rorikstead, hence the name Rorikstead Secret Grotto. More on that in the Rorikstead Secret Grotto video. We, of course, have our fancy friend, the Gold Skulltula. Now, light is very important with what we're going to be doing here. Fairy bow. So, I have a couple fairies, and I'm going to play the Song of Time. And you'll have to deal with a Tektite. Tektite's not here right now. But once you enter with the Song of Time, there's this area, which is inaccessible. And then there's this sort of ramp up. You could go that way if you want. But what you really want to do if you want to go to the Water Temple is go into Aquatic Passage. So we're going to do that. Aquatic Passage. Now, light is very important in Aquatic Passage. You can do it without light. You might want something with water breathing. Very strongly recommended because there's no way to surface when you're in Aquatic Passage. So if, honestly, unless you know exactly where everything is, you need water breathing of some capacity, whether it's a spell or something you wear like the Ring of Zora. Since you have the Song of Time by this time, you may probably have been to Kino Langdonzel, so you should have the Ring of Zora, but if you don't, grab something with water breathing. There is a guaranteed Ring of Candlelight in this urn right here. Candlelight is good, but given that Candlelight only lasts a minute unless you are casting it as a spell, and you have good, like, alteration, whatever school Candlelight happens to be. I think it's alteration. If you have a longer duration than a minute, that's ideal. So that's where the fairies come in. If you have fairies, if you've been to Kakariko Village, then you can recruit a fairy. I got Ophelia here. There we go. So she's going to light the way. That's going to be very helpful for us. Without her, without Candlelight, it would be very difficult. Ellery is following us, but her fairy, she might get lost, so we're not going to rely on her fairy. But anyway, Aquatic Passage leads to the Water Temple. And it's an ancient Nord ruin, as you can see. There's some luminous stone floating around, so that lights it a little bit, but it's not lighting it super well. Most of this lighting is coming from my fairy. The normal light without the fairy is sort of like, if you like see this little, keep your eye on this. If I pull back about now, that little crevice, that opening that I pointed out, that's about the lighting without a fairy or without candlelight. So it's definitely really important to have that kind of thing. Not vital, but it's important. So we have swummed through this section of Aquatic Passage. We just went south. And in this region, there are a couple things. One is this Zora chest has a guaranteed Aquanine ingot in it. Sometimes kinstones will appear in here as well. And there are a few other Zora chests in Aquatic Passage that we'll talk about. The way I recommend doing this is hug a wall and keep looking up, because you want to find gaps that you can swim up. So like right here, there's a gap, so we're going to swim up, and there's a valve. You want to turn that valve, and this place will illuminate green. So I'm going to turn this valve. So now you can see the wall is illuminated green. That was this little luminous stone illuminating. This is showing you which number the valve is. So this is valve number 1, because there's one of these little dooply things. So we're going to float on down. That thing probably wasn't there before. We're not going to worry about that. That's a chew. We don't want to dance with that. So we found another one. Swim on up. This is number 3. I'm going to turn that. Illuminate it green. If we found another one by accident, then we would know that it was the wrong one because it was already illuminated. What I mean is, if you find one that you already did, it's sometimes hard to tell with a valve because you turn it. Oh. That's a black chew. That's not going to be my friend. Ah! Every time. Anyway, here's one, number 2. So we did 1, 2, and 3. So say we swam back and we accidentally found number 1 again. We would see that we've already done it because it is illuminated green and it's number 2. But if you did turn the valve a second time, you would close the gate that it corresponds to. So see right up here, there's some gates. And if I turn valve number 3, one of these gates would open, which is not what we want. There's also a broken pipe down here. Nothing really to write home about with that broken pipe. There's a chest. So we have the exit right here, and then we have this chest. If we open the chest, there's some random stuff, but a guaranteed Lizalfos Thrall spell tome. Very nice. And ancient oil, which is a pretty new alchemy ingredient that has been added in 6.6.2.B.4? I don't know. It's relatively new. And weakness to shock is one of its effects. Nice. Okay, so we are still looking for 3 more. Just swim around toward the ceiling and see if you can find it. There is another guaranteed Zora chest. There's a couple. There's one right here. There's a chew down there. So right here in this sort of southern central area, there's a guaranteed ancient chest that has the Farron glass armor and some other random stuff. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that. I don't think it's better than what I'm wearing. It's on... Oh, no, it's not. I need heavy armor. Ah! I got distracted, and I got hit. I have paid for my hubris. Alright, we're still looking for 3 valves. Did we do this one? Ah, no, we did not. So right here, very central south, is actually 2 valves. There's one over here that has a chew on it. It's hard to see, but there's a black chew sitting on that valve. So we're going to turn this valve. This is valve number 5, and we know that because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then over here is valve number 4, which we just got blasted in the face with that chew. Over sort of on the eastern part of this area is the Zora chest that contains some random stuff, including some Zora equipment, which looks pretty darn good. So I'm going to take both of these and drop off something random. So valve number 6 is kind of hard to find. There's this broken pipe right here, and if you go straight up from that broken pipe, straight up, then you can find valve number 6. So we're going to open that up. We can hear the gates opening. So we're going to swim up the gates. There we go. And now we have reached the water temple. It takes a little finagling, but there's the water temple. Won't need the ferry. And of course I stepped on a chew. Okay, we're in the water temple. Now, Water Temple does have a reputation in The Legend of Zelda of being difficult. A lot of water temples have been frustrating. Not so much difficult as frustrating. And hopefully the Relics of Hyrule Water Temple does not follow that kind of vein. But even if it did, that's just being faithful to the source material. So I apologize if it is frustrating for you. We're just going to drop down. The tower is pretty tall in the center here, but we can't really do much with it right now. We have to raise the water level, just like an Ocarina of Time. Now, this area looks empty at first, but it's actually got a friend inside. So we're gonna... Oh, hello. It's a River Zora. I don't want him to love me. Oh, no, he does love me. Okay, well... We're just gonna hope for the best then. Open that Zora chest. There's a key inside and spell tome for summoning Chilphos. Right now he loves me, thanks to the love arrows from Artifacts of Ultima. But he won't love me for long. There is a shield fragment. Definitely take that. Ah, now I'm caring too much about the run. Oy, what can I drop? Probably this thing. Alright. That's unpleasant. There's not much on this table. Now, I don't think he likes me anymore. Oh, no, he still does. Alright, so we're going to turn the valve. That's going to start the pump, and you can see the water level is already rising. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Now, this is a good thing, because this means that we'll be able to swim up and reach the higher levels of the tower. Takes a little bit of time, so you definitely have to be patient with this water, but it's fun to kind of swim around in it. Alright, so we've reached this level, so we're going to pop on out. And the water level is continuing to rise. So this area is sort of a maze. So you have to be cautious and know where you're going, or at least attempt to know where you're going. We got a Zora Spear right there. And then right in here, one of these levers activates a trap, and the other lever activates the gates that we want to use to progress. So this gate is closed. We need to pull one of these levers. And if you look carefully, you'll see that there's a pattern to the levers. You can see this one's angled down, this one's angled down, so they kind of lock with they jive with each other. This one goes with that pattern as well. It goes up, this one goes down the other way, this one doesn't, this one's sideways, and these two are vertical. So, it's actually this one. I'll quick save really quick to show you what the other ones do. This one activates a shock trap. Fortunately, my character has the Akana armor on, so he was okay. This one activates another shock trap. Also not great. That one, ow. Ow. Activates a blade trap. This one activates another blade trap, so we're gonna turn that off. This one activates a spear. So, basically, the bottom left is the only one you need to really worry about. Okay, still have my fairy. It is very dark in here, so definitely need a fairy. These are pressure sensitive, so if you don't want to get slapped, don't touch them. Okay, well, they are pressure sensitive. Trust me. Hello? Okay, you see what I mean. They are pressure sensitive. These look intimidating, but you can actually swim like right past them, and there's little issue. Something cool is that over here, you can actually grab one of these luminous stones from inside the brazier. And currently the luminous stones don't have a huge amount of use, but I am going to implement uses for them. One is like a permanent torch lantern kind of thing. And there'll be other uses for them. We got short spear, we got a aquanine ingot, that's very good. We're going to take that wallet, and we got some refined moonstones and iron. There's nothing else in this area. Oh, we need a key. How do we get the key? We gotta find the key. Not over here, not over there. Oh, there's a chest in here, so we need to find a way inside. That is quite the conundrum. How do we get inside? Oh wait, no, is there another lever in here? Yes. Alright, so there's that table where I got all that loot from. There's another lever right there. Alright, swimming on in. And then this opened up, so we're gonna go in here. There's a Zora Heavy Shield, there's a Zora War Axe, there's the Zora Chest, and there's the key. And Chofo's Thrall, always good. Okay, let's keep on swimming. Now that we have the key, we can activate the next valve and progress further into the dungeon. So the pump is going. We got some Quicksilver ore. We have a Luminous Stone. And we have Zora Trident. Is there anything else? Is there... No, that's later. Yeah, there's nothing else over here. Okay. Okay, keep on triangling. So now we're going to head up into the central tower type area. And we have some water streaming from these pipes now. Alright. And we have another River Zora who is not happy to see us. Can I poison this thing? I don't want to use... Oh, I have Zora arrows. Let's just use a magic arrow. Alright, don't want to use the love arrow. Okay, use the love arrow anyway. That's gotta be a glitch, because I did not use the love arrow. It must have switched it. That must be that auto unequip thing. I want to show you these things in battle. We got bombs. Bombs are good. Let's take one of those. Sorry, didn't want you to have to experience River Zora crotch. We're gonna turn that valve, and we're gonna turn this valve as well in a moment. I just really want you to stop loving me so much. Because you can see the flame in his mouth. You can see that flame. He can actually spit fire, just like the River Zoras in Classic Zelda. And I kind of want to show you that, but I'm not sure if... Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, spit fire. Spit fire at me. Spit fire. Come on. You know you want to. Come on, throw some fire. Don't stomp. No, that's mean. Alright, Great Fairy's Tears. Come on, throw some fire. Throw some fire. He is out, pretty much out of magicka. Come on. Fire? Fire? Fire. There we go. There we go. So you can see he breathes fire. Ah! I do not want. Alright. We're gonna take some more Great Fairy's Tears. I also want to see... There we go. What do we got in his spoils? We have River Zora Scales. Weakness Shock, so it's a good coupling with that ancient oil that we found. Did we ever actually find ancient oil? I forget. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I might be losing my marbles. Alright, so... We have pulled a lot of valves, we've done a lot of things, but there is a couple more things that we have to do. We're back here, where we were before. We can go up this way. And this is where we face some more tech pits. And we actually encounter a Lizalfos and a Keese, who hit us in the face with a frost explosion. We got a chew, so we're gonna crouch, and we're going to touch that chew. Hello. I'm in poison because Lizalfos are poison. Alright, we're going to... There we go, Lizalfos is down. We have the Lizalfos Fang, which fortifies the smithing, as you know. We got another Keese, which I'm going to deal with a bow. Oh, my fairy disappeared. Oh, and a Chilfos, great. You love to see it. And a quick save. Alright, I'm gonna get that fairy back. Here we go. Got the Ice Keese. Blood of Ice Keese. What does that do for us? Oh, wrong button. Regenerate stamina. That's good. Ooh, Stalrim Arrow. Oh yeah, we already grabbed this. Do I have any armor that isn't going to hinder me? Alright, we made it up here. That looks like a pretty far jump, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to quick save, and I'm going to jump over here. And jump over here. And we're going to jump over here. And we're gonna jump on up. And there we go. Now we're here. And we can go up this way, but this way is blocked, so we're gonna keep going up. We're gonna jump over here. We're gonna jump across. We're gonna jump right over there. And we're gonna continue on. We're gonna jump. We're gonna jump. And now there's a gear. Now that gear looks very interesting, but before we jump on the gear, we need to do some boss fighting. This is the Blood Fairy. She is the... Oh no, the Dark Fairy. She is the boss of this situation, and as you can see, she uses electrical attacks, and she's dodging my arrows because she's a little turd. Could you not with this? You're being not nice right now. Oh, I got her. Okay, good. So there's several corrupted fairies in the mod. This is one, and then there's the Blood Fairy, which was in the Hoffingar Secret Grotto. Ooh, will this help? I missed. Oh, that helps a lot. And she's out of magicka, so she can't really do much. Oh, there we go. She's out. Great Fairy's Tears. Wisp Wrappings, what does that do for us? Restore stamina. Excellent. You can see she has, like, blood red eyes. And here's a dead River Zora. Once you defeat the Blood Fairy, this will automatically open, so you have to defeat her in order to progress. Oh, the long shot. That's a long shot. Ha! Alright. And then this is the final thing that raises the... actually, it doesn't raise the water level. This grants access to the next area. So we're going to jump on this. This is actually an elevator. And we're going to pull this top lever. Maybe. How about this? Why don't we pull the top lever first? Or we drop down and have to restart what we were doing. Great. Okay. I love doing that. Jump. Okay, there we go. Let's pull this. And it uses the same scripting as raising the water level. It's just a beautiful gear elevator. I love it. Very proud of it. And while we're on here, we're gonna restore our health a little bit. And thanks to this ring that I just got, magicka's regenerating faster. And you can hear machinery clanging and clomping. Okay, let's jump. And... oh, that's right, the luminous geodes. So you can mine these and get luminous stone. So let's see how that shakes out. I forgot to mention that. There we go. You can get luminous stone from them. But that's not why we're here. We're here for the other side, which is... oh boy! I like the ice keys. I think they're my favorite keys. Alright, you can hear some clanking and clonking. It's the Water Temple Armory. This is the reward for beating the Water Temple. Just like the Fire Temple before it, we have the Water Temple Armory. I don't know why it says that there's something on the map. There isn't. I mean, the compass. There's nothing here. Oh, what are you doing here? How did you get in? I stand corrected. There is something here. Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here. Okay, that was weird. I don't need the stall room. I don't know why I took that. Guaranteed Zora robes. And Ocean Soul, which is the poem of the dungeon. It's a song by Nightwish, because I had to. And then we have the armor workbench right here. Standard armor workbench for your armor workbench needs. And we have grindstone for all your grindstone needs. And then over here... Why am I carrying too much to be able to run? Do I have any... Oh, yeah. Let's drop the wine, eat the bread. Take the cannoli. We don't need that either. Alright. Over here is an alteration table. For our alteration table needs. The long shot can be changed into... So right now, the long shot has the hook on it. At the alteration table, you can change its appearance. Here's what the long shot looks like when it fires. It's a little janky. So I'm gonna... Something I want to do is adjust how it works, because it's a little janky looking. So, yeah, anyway. But here's the Zora Forge, and you have to activate it with the button, and then you can use the Zora Forge. What's really cool is it's like a laser... no, it's a water jet. So when you hit these valves, they don't really do anything except adjust the water jet. So it'll make it retract and extend. See? Yeah, it doesn't really do much besides that. But the Zora Forge, you can use it to make Zora stuff, and you can use it to remove rust from these shield fragments. Then you have to take those somewhere else. More on that in another video. But you can use this to craft Zora equipment, including the Ring of Zora, and you can hone Zora equipment that you've crafted or found. So, for instance, here's a Zora dagger. We can use that Zora dagger on the Zora Forge and hone it into a honed Zora dagger, but you need a Quicksilver ingot in order to do that. So it gives you some guaranteed equipment so that you can actually do that. So I have a Quicksilver ingot, I can make a Zora axe, or I can hone a Zora axe, or I can just make a new one, make a new dagger, or I can hone the existing dagger. So I'm going to actually do this. And there you go. That is the reward for completing this dungeon. However, there is more. Another thing I should do is add a chest to this area. I just realized that there isn't one. I'll do that by the next update. There is one more thing. If you exit, once you exit the Water Temple Armory, you're going down this way, and there's another elevator. Now, you could call this other elevator, but it takes 15 years to get to you. Where's my ferry? I'm going to get that ferry back. There is more to be had. Oh, hello. I don't know why all the Chilfos don't have weapons. So there's these things that look like jail cells. Oh, does it go out if you crouch? That must be it. So you can kind of see in there, there's a few bits and bobs. And by that I mean there's nothing. This one, also nothing. This one's open. And inside we have a chest. Inside that chest is another Lizalfos Thrall, but there's a Zora sword in here as well. And some bombs and some rupees. General loot. Oh, hello. You actually have a weapon. Ow. Thank you for dying, Continental Airlines. Here's a time-worn book. We're going to take that because that's important. I'll show you what that is soon. Actually, I'm going to take his arrows. And right here, there's a wallet. Just double checking to make sure there's nothing else. Ah, there it is, Rudo's Passion. The thing about happiness is that you only know you had it when it's gone. This is the lore of the Water Temple. Ah, Rudo, how is Hyrule Castle? How is Queen Zelda? My father welcomes me to the Water Temple. Father, what is going on here? I noticed the renovations. I had not been to the temple in a long while. Oh, you did not know? This is wonderful, Rudo. Progress is going swimmingly. My father laughs. Here, I will show you. My father guides me into the entrance to the temple. The central tower has been excavated. It looks crude. Flimsy metal bridges connect to caves cut into the walls. Forgive the mess, Rudo, my father says. We are not yet finished. The bulk of the work is done. The most important features are in place. We reach the bottommost level of the temple. As we enter a room, a river Zora emerges from a pool. Father! I shout, ready to protect him, but he simply laughs and stops me. Rudo! Silly girl. This is one of the new guards. Wonderful, isn't it? Zoras and Zoras living in harmony. River and ocean. I never did know, though. Are they Zoras or Zolas? Isn't that strange that we are both called Zoras? Hundreds of thousands of available words, and two get muddled and blended. Such a shame. I am horrified. The River Zora looks miserable, unwell, too sick to be angry. Something terribly wrong has happened. Father, he is ill, I say. Too afraid to approach the River Zora. Oh, he's fine. Just getting used to the water. Come, Rudo, there's more to see. Back in, you, he snaps at the River Zora, who winces and reluctantly returns to its pool. Father, I do not like this. Shh, Rudo, behold! He has taken me to another room. It is frigid. Mist flows through it. Ice hangs from the ceiling. The room has two pumps. One is active, the other is not. My father approaches the inactive pump. Watch. He turns the valve. The pump hisses. The mist grows thicker, the room colder. Father, I say, what have you done? Rudo, it is wonderful. This pump reroutes the magical liquid we use to power the forge to give pressure. We made it colder. We put it under more pressure. It is the answer to our prayers. Nehru blesses us. We will survive this war. We will live through this. Father, come, Rudo, I will show you. He pulls me to another cavern. Giant gears, an endless pit. Cells. This is our salvation, Rudo. We will save ourselves. Father, no, I say. This is terrible. Rudo, this is what your mother needed. This would have saved her, preserved her. And this is how I will always remember you. Surrounded by winter, forever young, forever beautiful. He caresses my face. I tremble, not from cold, but from fear. I will leave you to your work, Father, I murmur. Ah, yes, much work to be done. He hurries away. This needs to stop. How could we be so blind? What are we doing? This needs to stop, but it cannot stop. What have we become? I had always wished for this day, that the ocean Zoras and river Zoras would make amends, that our monstrous relatives would see the light and join us in harmony. But we are not harmonious. We trick them. We enslave them. What are they now? Where is their pride? Where is their dignity? We didn't need to enslave them to guard this horrible experiment. What do we seek from this? Why do we waste our time on trying to survive the apocalypse? How can we know that centuries from now, when civilization prospers, that our desecrated temple will have survived, let alone this profane construct we have made? I cannot stay here any longer. My father will not listen to reason. We do not have time for denial. I will meet with Queen Zelda. As Sage of Water, I must represent my people. Perhaps Mipha and Rallis and Sidon will wish to join me. Something must be done. Hey, Nehru, help us. So that's the lore of the Water Temple in Relics of Hyrule, and the explanation for the Zora Forge. So that room that we found where we turned the valves and nothing seemed to happen, that was activating the Zora Forge. And the idea is there's some magical liquid that is providing pressure for all this machinery. So it's sort of like steam powered, but it's being powered by like cold gas rather than steam. So like if liquid nitrogen boiling to power a steam engine, that kind of thing. You may have noticed this is Rudo talking about Mipha and Sidon. That was a deliberate choice on my to make people go, wait, what the hell are you? What are you on? And all will be revealed in time. Basically, the timeline of Relics of Hyrule is not what you think it should be or could be. That is a like, and it is dead. It has a shield, as it should. Anyway. There is another thing. It is this, the broken shield, and there's some spell tones for summoning River Zoras. Now, here's the thing. Again, I'm carrying too much to be able to run because of this pickaxe. You could use this, that thing, but we found another shield fragment. If we look at it, shield fragment, broken shield. They fit together perfectly. Okay, so that's the other part of the shield. Let's go back up to the Zora Forge and repair it. But actually, before we do that, I need to show you the last little bit. Here we go. Alright, so we open this door, and we need to activate to exit. And then we can crouch, grab this white chew, and now we're home free! Everything's great. That's healing. But let's head back up to the Zora Forge, because we want to remove the rust on this shield, right? We have to. We'll have to take it to the Terminate Forge to completely restore it. I also want to show you that Time-Worn book. So let's keep on triangling. And get on back up there. I'm very happy with how the temples all turned out. The first three, the Forest Temple, Fire Temple, and Water Temple, I'm really proud of them. I'm proud of all of them, of course, but I think I'm most proud of the Forest Temple, and I'm super proud of the Water Temple. It's probably my second favorite of them. And there's some things that I'm going to refine with it, and then at some point, there's going to be an expansion, just like there is with all the other temples. And you'll be able to see where that magic liquid is coming from. Ooh. Alright, we're back. What the hell? Oh my god, okay. Yeah. So we came back in here, and the Zora banners have been replaced with Yiga banners. Look at Banner, Michael! There's something wrong here, and then there's a Yiga foot soldier. So she has, as you would expect, some stuff, but she also has a silver scale, so we're going to take that. The silver scale is super useful. It allows you to swim faster. It increases swim speed, and I'll show you what that looks like. Clan letter 4. Let's see why she was here. Years frozen by time in this place of treachery. Gallons of water are tears, and the mist obscures the truth. Huh. And of course she has the vicious sickle. So, what the hell is her problem? Why was she trying to take the Zora Forge, and why did she put on Yiga banners? The hell? But anyway, I'm going to show you the effects of the silver scale, and I'll show you what that time-worn book was. And then that'll be the end of this video guide video. Let's see. Just don't land on anything hard. Oh, is there anything at the bottom? Forgot to look. Oh, there's a little... there's a cache, right. The Silver Centurion Legendary Pictograph can be found here. And guaranteed gold kinstone. Okay, so... yeah, there's nothing else down here, so we're good. We Gucci. Okay. Okay, so this is normal swim speed. If you put on the silver scale, you can see you're swimming a little faster. It's actually pretty considerable. Isn't that nice? Alright. Let's go to the midden. Winterhold College midden. Oh, midden. And we're going to restore that time-worn book. Alright, let's activate the Song of Time. We already have it. So, activate the Song of Time. Use the Ancient Enchanter. And we have a Hylian song, which is what that time-worn book was all about. So let's see what a Hylian song is. Sing thee of ages gone, merry be the Zora and the Gorons. In the desert the Gerudo take their secrets hard. Hyrule in the end was abandoned by those in the skies and mountains, now forgotten, the Rito and the Yeti. Good is fair, but relative. Secrets unearthed, unflooded, in deep research and reason. Xenophobia clouds judgment. The lives they lived were valid, yet so few alive remember. Zora were elegant, but fierce, a kind tribe, stewards in the water. Noble were they and wise. Deadly were they in battle. Terminans reached Hyrule, full of knowledge of the forge. Oppressive heat with a touch of skill renders metal worthy of war. Gorons knew, but dug too deep. End of time, eternal sleep. I just realized there's a typo there, which is frustrating. But you may notice this is kind of a weird, poem. It's actually an acrostic. Smithing. Sing merry in, so that's smithing. 60. Z and T forge. So this is telling you that you need to have smithing level 60, and you need to go to the Zora forge and the Termin forge to restore this shield. In fact, if you look even closer at that, ooh, that was weird. Zora and Terminin Forge. So there you go. That's how you restore that thing. That's its own video. That is restoring that shield is its own thing. And that is the end of this video. So thank you so much for coming and stopping by and listening to me ramble. I'm gonna make a note. Hylian song typo. And that's all I got. Thanks for coming. See you next time.